start of our petroglyph trail. Our petroglyphs got here about 10,000 years ago. There were people who lived here who used this valley. This is called the Snake River Basin because we're right on the Snake River. They used this area as a winter hunting ground, and as they were here, they would make carvings onto the rocks. The rocks that we see behind me are called melon gravel. They're called melon gravel because, as you can see, they're very round. They look kind of like melons. These got here by a huge flood that happened about 15,000 years ago called the Bonneville Flood. It flooded this entire canyon. So we know that our petroglyphs have to be younger than that flood because these boulders weren't here before that. So that means that there were people who were living here about 12,000 to 10,000 years ago who were etching onto these rocks. We also know that people lived here up until about 100 years ago. So these petroglyphs could be anywhere from 12,000 years old to 100 years old. Let's go check some of them out. So this rock, remember this rock is called melon gravel. All these boulders are made of basalt, which comes from the canyon walls around us. When the flood came through, it knocked a bunch of basalt off the canyon walls, and they got tumbled by the flood to make these rounded boulders. This rock is a really good example of one type of our petroglyphs. If you look here really closely, you can see that there is a shape that looks kind of like a figure 8 with some rings around it. That is one version of our petroglyphs. It is called the Great Basin Curvilinear. The Great Basin is this geological area where people were living, and curvilinear means curved lines, and you could see those have really curved lines. If you look at the color of this rock, it's a really dark gray, but this is not the natural color of the rock. The original color of the rock you can see here is a lighter gray with even some orange coloration there. What happens as these rocks age is something builds up on the boulders called a desert patina. So as they get older, basically what happens is there's a type of bacteria that lives on the rock, and its waste product makes this really dark color. So the darker the rock, the older it is. And you can see this one had a piece broken off. That's why the color is lighter gray. That is also a way that we can age our petroglyphs. Do you think if the petroglyph is lighter, it is older or newer? That's right, it's newer because it hasn't had as much time to build up that patina, something we also call a desert varnish. So the darker the petroglyph, if it's harder to see, that means it's older. So we know that people who were here a longer time ago were the ones who made that petroglyph. At this next boulder, we have a really awesome example of a lot of different types of petroglyphs. If you look here, this is similar to the first one I pointed out. Do you remember what that one was called? Right, that is the Great Basin Curvilinear. We have another type here. If you look at this one, there's more straight lines and these hash marks right here. They look kind of like tally marks. And this figure here has more straight lines and angles. This is a type of petroglyph called the Great Basin Rectilinear. Rectilinear means rect sounds like rectangle, means straight lines and angles instead of curves. We'll see these types of hash marks on a lot of our petroglyphs. These petroglyphs, we cannot say for sure what they mean, but we can make some educated guesses. There's a lot of hypotheses that these hash marks and these dots right that those could be a type of counting system for the people who used to live here, or it could be a part of a game, maybe, or just something to pass the time. Again, we can't say for sure, but that is a guess that you can make. This rock has a lot of my favorite petroglyphs. There are many really awesome examples here. One of my favorites is right here. If you look closely, it kind of looks like a chain. You can see that there are lots of circles connected with some dots in between. You'll see a lot of this type of petroglyph in our park. Remember how I said we can't for sure say what these petroglyphs mean, but there is a hypothesis or a theory that these chains could have been a map of campsites. Remember, these people who are living here, this was a winter hunting ground for them. They did not live here all year long. So potentially they could have drawn a chain like this to map some campsites, and then they could return the next year and find them again, or the order in which they had their campsites. Or it could be something totally different. It could be a game or just a design. We don't really know. Do you see how dark these petroglyphs are compared to the ones on the last rock we saw? Does that mean they're older or newer? Good job. They're older because that desert varnish has had longer to build up than the lighter ones. One of my other favorite glyphs is right over here. Let me show you. We call this petroglyph the star glyph because we think it looks like a star, but that doesn't necessarily mean the people who pecked this petroglyph also were thinking of a star. But there are some unique things about this star glyph. One is that this center straight line here, if you put a compass next to it, this line would point to true north, which is pretty cool. Another thing is that these curved lines one of them lines up with the summer solstice sunrise and sunset, and one of them lines up with the winter solstice sunrise and sunset. I have one last petroglyph I want to show you guys. Follow me. This is one of our newer petroglyphs. You can tell because of how light it is. There are a lot of people who make guesses about what this petroglyph looks like. What do you think it looks like? Awesome. Yeah, we've heard a lot of different theories. I've heard people say it looks like a typewriter or a robot. But this is a petroglyph. We actually can have a pretty good theory about what it is. If you look again, this kind of looks like a head. These are some legs. And this is wool. So we have a theory that this was maybe a picture of a sheep. Because this area, if you look across the river to that flat area, that's called the Conche Basin. And Conche was a person from Europe who came and brought the first sheep here to farm and herd them. So there's a theory that likely someone who lived here, a native person who lived here during the winter, sat down and saw those sheep, this new animal to them, and pecked a little sheep into this rock. One last thing I want to show you all is if you look at this rock, you can see that on one side here, it's covered in this green and orange stuff called lichen. This is a little organism that grows on the north side of the rock. The north side of the rock is the side of the rock that's cooler. It doesn't get as much sun. Whereas the south side, you can see there's no lichen. And we also notice with all of our petroglyphs, or most of our petroglyphs, they are usually pecked onto the south side of the rock. Likely likely if the people who were living here came back year after year, these were their winter hunting grounds, they would have noticed that this lichen grew on the north side of the rock. So they pecked most of their petroglyphs on the south side. Also, if I put my hand here, it's very warm on the south side because that's the side that the sun hits most of the time. And so if you were someone here in the winter, maybe you'd want to snuggle up next to a warm rock and peck a petroglyph.